Okay, so I'm here with Dr. Travis, an awesome chiropractor who I've been working with for, like 3 months now, and really just taking a whole new understanding on spine health. I've always used chiropractic care, but Dr. Travis here in Woodbury Spine and Spine and Wellness Center has even just opened up my eyes to another level. And right now, while so many of us have to work from home, I thought let's hear from him on a few tips about your posture at home and just kind of be mindful of what you can do for your wellness while you're sitting and working at home. And I will say so I've been working from home for 13 years, and it was probably 8 to 10 years ago that I did work with a chiropractor because I was having a ton of back issues because I was lugging a big computer bag around on one side of my body. And it was really, like, we talked about having a backpack that equalized the weight. So I use a different work bag today because of that. And I have like a riser on my desk, so it keeps my monitor eye level instead of looking down. So those are the kind of tips that I know were helpful back then. Let's see, like, your top 5 tips or something.
Yeah, we do 5. So again, Dr. Travis from Woodbury Spine Wellness Center. It's great to meet with Jen, and happy to help out. So specifically when we're talking about, working at home. So if you're working at home with an office, you might have a different ways of sitting. So this is kind of just a stool. So I'll kind of give you a demonstration of how your back and your posture should be sitting. And this is actually a pretty good, maybe I want to raise this guy a little bit. So typically what you want to see how my knee right here is lower than my hip. Okay, lower. So what that does is it actually takes a lot of stress off your hip flexors, okay? A lot of times people will have their knee really high up and it tightens at that hip. That's what really pulls on that low back. So those hip flexors, it's called your iliopsoas. It actually will come to connect to those lumbar vertebrae, and that'll actually pull your back kind of this arched position.
Okay.
And that puts a bunch of pressure on that lower spine. So keep that knee lower than your hip. So that's first off.
Good tip.
Okay.
Number 1.
Feet, they should be comfortably. You can't see the feet, but they should be comfortably on the ground, all flat-footed. Your toes shouldn't be up or anything like that. And then the next is the most important. Okay. So this would be number 2. So we got hip and knee. Number 2 would be core stability. Okay. Now, a lot of misconceptions is, good posture. I need to shove my shoulders back and down, right? That's what everybody hears.
In your back pockets. Put
right.
Your shoulder
yeah, put your shoulders in your back pockets. Well, so that's, not the best advice. Actually, what I would really focus on is your core stability. Okay, so your core is actually what prevents you from falling forward. Okay, so if I have a gooey, kind of soft core, I'm going to sit like this. And you can see how my shoulders are rounded, my upper back is kind of curled, my head's forward. Okay, this is how a lot of individuals will be sitting. Now, if I keep my core nice and tight and upright, now, eventually you'll actually gain a subconscious control of this. So over time, when you start building some core stability exercises, I don't have to think about being in this position. My body is comfortable here. Take a big breath in and out. See how I'm just relaxed in this position. Most people, they do that, they go.
Okay, so we should think about kind of engaging that core, keeping it strong.
Diaphragmatic breathing.
Not overdo it.
Right. So, and again, I don't want people to be like this, because again, people can only hold their posture about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then you'll lose control of that. So core stability, keep that core nice and tight, keeps you from falling forward. Okay, so that's 1. Diaphragmatic breathing, okay, that's be number 3. So I'm sure instead of, you might have heard instead of breathing through your chest, you breathe through your stomach. So that belly breathing technique is actually really good when we're talking about cognition and be able to focus on your work.
If somebody were working at their desk, it's hard to think about that all the time. But if we think of like maybe every 30 minutes or an hour, just take a few breaths in your diaphragm.
Exactly.
Because I know we were just talking how it's easy to kind of be on an emotional roller coaster right now.
Right.
In 1 minute, you can be really focused and pumped up and focusing on something you're getting done, and hear some news, and then all of a sudden, feel shortness of breath a little bit. And so that diaphragmatic breathing right at your desk helps even your cognition.
Right. Deep breaths. Deep, slow breaths through that belly will really calm that nervous system down. Right now, everybody's sympathetic. Okay, they're all fight or flight mode. I don't know what's going to happen the next day.
Okay.
So everybody's already ramped up. you need to take those big breaths.
Okay.
Brings you into that parasympathetic mode. Okay, so that brings you into rest, digest,
Okay.
healing state. Okay, so
Okay.
if you can do that, like you said, every 30 minutes, if you're working, 8 hours a day.
I would set a
off the day.
timer. I'm a big timer
There
girl
you go.
because
Reminders.
I will, like, my brain will just go other places if I don't. So
Yep.
I could do it like a timer, and every 30 minutes, even if I took like 5 of those breaths to kind of get back on track.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you created number 4. So
Okay, there we
timing
go.
it. Okay, so actually getting cues. Having somebody accountable for you to
Okay.
do this stuff. If you just depend on yourself to do these things, it's really hard to keep ourselves accountable. And
It
and so
really
if you,
is.
and especially with I'm hearing a lot of my patients. Husband and wives are home for all day for the first time. They
Yes,
everybody has
with
their work
all their
schedules,
teenagers
with all the
trying
kids
to
home.
manage the schedule.
Yep. So
Ah.
bring down the stress. Maybe
Yeah.
you guys can do some basic exercises and stretches. Definitely get up. Don't be sitting throughout the day.
The whole time.
Yep. This is saying that you are doing work and you're sitting. I would actually prefer if you're up and moving, standing.
Yeah, stand-up desks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there some guidance that you have on like height and everything for stand-up desks?
For stand-up desk, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be very similar to even if you're sitting. So, sitting, same kind of thing. You want your elbows kind of at 90. I would even raise this guy probably a little bit, just so my.
If this was standing,
Yeah,
or
well,
even
no,
just
even
for,
sitting.
for the angle
Yep,
here.
sitting.
Okay.
Now
So you want your elbows at 90 degrees.
Yep.
Okay.
I ideally would have the monitor up, so
Okay.
I'm not looking down.
So it's eye level in the middle of the monitor.
Exactly.
Good tips here, huh?
Yep. And then again, same thing with the knees and the hips. Now, if we were standing, obviously it's gonna be just gonna raise that up.
Okay.
So that, again, the same. The elbows get at 90, relaxed. Wrists should be in a relaxed, neutral position. You shouldn't be here or here.
Okay, so if my table is higher, that's not good. I want it where my arm can be easily in a 90-degree position.
Right. So if
Okay.
your elbows are up here, what you're doing is you're putting a lot of compression on these axillary arteries here.
Yes,
okay?
the
So-
axillary artery.
Yeah, so
Exactly what I was thinking.
So you'll lose some circulation.
Okay,
your
so how
shoulders.
about if it's too low? What's the danger there?
So too low. This is gonna put your wrist at a really bad position. Now I have to extend my wrist quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So keeping that at 90, you can see how
Okay.
my wrists change.
Okay.
Yeah, carpal tunnel. That's a big issue.
Oh, so angle, the 90-degree angle is so
relax.
important.
Yep.
And the
Shoulders
eye level
relaxed
monitor,
too. Your shoulders are
shoulders
relaxed.
relaxed.
You shouldn't be tense.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's recap.
Yeah.
We probably have like 7 tips for you.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
did-
even
we
bonus.
gave a couple.
Okay, so number 1.
So number 1, well, let's do with the hips and the knees.
Hips
okay?
above
let's start,
the knees.
Let's start from the feet up. Okay.
Feet
so,
up. I'm even going to show his feet. Check it out.
Okay.
I know this is a horrible video with me, my feet. Okay, so feet on the floor.
Yeah, flat feet on
Okay,
the floor. There you go.
flat feet.
Barefoot if you could.
Barefoot.
Yeah,
You
don't
want
wear
us to
shoes in the
opposite?
house.
Now, my rule is put your shoes on when you are working from home because I think there's a mental thing.
Okay.
So what are a good pair of shoes to wear?
Good pair of shoes, ones that don't have heel lifts. Okay,
Ones that don't have heels. So
you don't-
flats. Okay,
yeah.
so look at Dr. Travis would be proud of me today.
Yeah, well,
I have my
You
flats
don't
on.
want to wear heels. That
Okay.
changes the whole mechanics of your ankles and your hips.
Okay, so no heels, flat
No.
shoes,
Flat shoes
or
or barefoot.
I would say not barefoot because for me when I'm barefoot, I don't feel like I'm at work.
Okay.
I just did a video on keep your shoes on.
All right.
Put your shoes on and go to work, girl.
Okay, so hips and knees.
Okay.
Core. So keep that core nice and stable.
Okay, number 3 is core. Number 1 is feet. Number 2 is knees with your hips aligned, knees below. Number 3 is your core.
4, breathing.
Breathing
Yep.
every 30 minutes, diaphragmatic breathing, because it keeps us calm and it keeps us thinking better. And thinking
Absolutely.
is good. And then number 5, the angle of your arm.
Yep. So we're gonna do arm ergonomics. So
Yep.
basically, arms stable here. Okay, and then all same with the standing as well. Keeping those arms at a good
Yes.
position. Shoulders relaxed.
Yeah, shoulders relaxed. Number 6 and number 7, monitor, eye
Yep.
level.
Monitor eye level, and I'm gonna add with that monitor level. So that goes into the forehead posture. Keeping your head in a good position. A lot of us looking down a lot.
Yes.
Okay? I see that a lot today. Was it really reverse cervical curves? Okay, in the spine. So really making sure that your eyes are always looking level, not down.
Okay, so even if they're on their phone,
Yes.
we could instead of looking down at your phone like this, you should lift your phone up.
Yeah, like you said, you have those easy readers. Throw your phone on an easy reader, and then you can just
Yeah.
swipe through that way instead
Okay.
of doing it that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Those are 7 tips from Dr. Travis.
Yep. And again, if anybody wants more information about posture, we're doing a posture talk next Monday, 7 p.m. Come to Woodbury Spine. anybody's free to come, sign up, and you'll learn a lot more about what to do with posture.
Cool. Well, thanks for your tips today. That's awesome. So just thinking about what you can do for your wellness and your posture while you're at home, working from home for just a few more days. Let's just take it one day at a time, people. One day at a time.